The longevity molecule scientists can't stop studying. Every second you stay alive, trillions of cells inside your body are fighting against decay. And hidden inside that battle is a single molecule scientists believe may control far more about human aging than we ever imagined. When its levels begin to fall, energy drops. Recovery slows, the brain becomes weaker, cells struggle to repair themselves, and the body starts moving closer to disease, fatigue, and biological decline. What's terrifying is that this process may begin long before people even notice symptoms. Now biotech companies, AI researchers, and billionaire biohackers are racing to study this mysterious molecule because some scientists believe it could become one of the biggest breakthroughs in longevity science. Not a cure for aging, but possibly one of the closest things humanity has ever found. The molecule at the center of this growing obsession is called NAD, short for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. And while most people have never heard of it, this tiny molecule exists inside nearly every cell of the human body, playing a critical role in energy production, DNA repair, metabolism, and cellular survival itself. Without it, human life wouldn't function. But here's where things start getting unsettling. Research suggests NAD levels naturally decline with age, and as those levels drop, the body becomes less efficient at repairing damage caused by stress, inflammation, poor sleep, toxins, and normal metabolic activity. Cells begin losing energy, recovery slows, biological systems become less resilient. In simple terms, the body starts struggling to maintain itself. This is one reason NAD has become one of the most talked about molecules in longevity science, because scientists are trying to answer a question that sounds almost dangerous. What happens if humans can restore declining AD levels as they age? The idea exploded into mainstream attention after researchers studying aging pathways discovered strong links between NAD and proteins called sirtuins, often referred to as longevity genes in popular science discussions. These proteins help regulate cellular repair, inflammation, stress resistance, and metabolic function. But sirtuins depend heavily on NAD to operate effectively. Less NAD may mean weaker cellular maintenance. And over decades, that damage accumulates. This is why some researchers compare aging to the gradual loss of biological information inside the body. The older cells become, the harder it gets for them to maintain optimal function and repair themselves efficiently. And NAD appears deeply connected to that process. One scientist who helped bring massive attention to this field is David Sinclair, a geneticist at Harvard Medical School, known for his research on aging and lifespan biology. Sinclair's work on sirtuins, epigenetics, and cellular aging helped fuel global interest in compounds linked to NAD production, especially molecules called NMN and NR, compounds the body can use as precursors to help produce NAD suddenly. What was once a niche scientific topic became a massive biohacking movement. Supplement companies exploded online. Longevity startups attracted billions in funding. Wealthy entrepreneurs began experimenting with expensive anti-aging protocols, and the message spreading through Silicon Valley was impossible to ignore. Aging might not be as fixed as humanity once believed. But this is where the story becomes complicated. Because despite the hype surrounding NAD-related research, scientists are still debating how powerful these interventions truly are in humans. Some animal studies have shown promising effects connected to metabolism, vascular function, and aspects of cellular health. But translating longevity science from mice to humans is extremely difficult. Human aging is vastly more complex, and many researchers warn that the anti-aging industry often moves faster than the science itself. That hasn't stopped the obsession. Biohackers now spend thousands of dollars on NAD infusions, specialized supplements, advanced blood testing, continuous glucose monitoring, sleep optimization systems, and AI-driven health tracking platforms, all attempting to slow biological decline as much as possible. Because beneath all the futuristic technology lies a terrifying reality. Aging is still undefeated. Every human body accumulates damage over time. DNA mutations, oxidative stress, inflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, cellular exhaustion. And scientists are now racing to understand whether molecules like NAD could help the body resist some of that decline for longer than previously possible. But perhaps the most important discovery isn't about supplements at all. It's about energy. Because many researchers believe aging is deeply connected to how efficiently cells create and use energy over time. NAD sits directly at the center of that biological process. which raises a disturbing possibility. What if growing old isn't simply about time passing, but about the body slowly losing its ability to generate the energy needed to repair itself? That idea changes the way aging itself is viewed, because if cellular energy begins collapsing long before disease appears, then many symptoms people associate with getting older may actually be signs of a body struggling to maintain biological stability. Lower energy, slower recovery, mental fatigue, weaker muscles, reduced focus, poor sleep quality, not sudden failure, gradual cellular exhaustion happening silently over decades. And this is exactly why molecules like NAD have become so important in longevity science. Inside every cell are mitochondria, microscopic structures often called the power plants of the body. Their job is to convert nutrients into usable energy that powers nearly every biological process keeping humans alive. But mitochondrial efficiency declines with age. And when energy production weakens, repair systems become less effective too. DNA damage accumulates faster, inflammation increases, cells communicate less efficiently, the body becomes more vulnerable to chronic disease and cognitive decline. Researchers now believe this gradual breakdown may sit near the core of biological aging itself, which explains why the world's elite are investing billions into understanding it. Companies are exploring therapies designed to improve mitochondrial function, cellular repair, and metabolic efficiency. AI systems are being trained on enormous biological datasets, searching for hidden patterns linked to lifespan extension and disease prevention. And for the first time in history, humans may be entering an era where aging is studied not as destiny, but as a measurable process that can potentially be slowed. Still, scientists continue warning about one major problem. There are no shortcuts. Despite social media hype and expensive biohacking trends, no supplement has proven capable of stopping aging entirely. Human longevity is influenced by an incredibly complex interaction between genetics, environment, sleep, nutrition, movement, stress, inflammation, and lifestyle behaviors repeated daily over years, which means the most powerful anti-aging technologies may still be surprisingly simple. Consistent sleep, exercise, nutrient-dense food, stress regulation, healthy metabolic function, lower inflammation. Not glamorous, not futuristic, but biologically powerful. Even many serious longevity researchers follow these foundations long before experimenting with advanced interventions. Because molecules like NAD don't exist separately from lifestyle, the body's systems are interconnected. Poor sleep affects recovery. Stress affects inflammation. Diet affects mitochondrial function. Movement affects metabolism and brain health. Everything compounds. And maybe that's why this field has become so psychologically fascinating. Because longevity science forces humans to confront something uncomfortable. Most people spend decades damaging the same body they hope will keep them alive. Meanwhile, billionaires and biohackers are trying to understand aging at the molecular level. Tracking biomarkers, monitoring recovery patterns, analyzing glucose responses, and using AI-driven systems to optimize health in ways previous generations never could. But beneath all the futuristic technology and scientific ambition is still the same ancient human fear: running out of time. The fear that memory fades faster than expected, that the body weakens before people are ready, that life moves quicker than humans can emotionally process. And maybe that's the real reason scientists can't stop studying molecules like NAD, not because humanity discovered immortality, but because for the first time, science may finally be revealing why the human body ages at all. And once humans begin understanding the mechanism behind something, they rarely stop trying to change it. So before you leave, think about this. If technology eventually allowed humans to live dramatically longer lives, do you think society would become wiser or more dangerous? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you're curious about the hidden science, AI breakthroughs, and dark biohacking experiments shaping the future of human longevity, hit subscribe, because the next decade may completely redefine what it means to grow old.